Hey y'all, welcome back to the Southern Cottage. I am Connie and we are in my craft room today. It is nowhere near homecoming season, but it is time to prep and it's time to learn new braids, and that is what I'm going to show you today. I have got the easiest way to do a box pleat braid using a tool that you already own. Everyone owns this. You're going to spend no money to do this, and it's going to make your life so much easier. I've been teasing about this for a while. Here is the video. Let's get to it. Okay. This is what you've all been waiting for. You are going to need a hammer and something to protect your surface. Y'all ignore my fingernails. It's springtime. Gardening anyway, and the magical tool that we are going to use for this is a fork. If you do not want to mess up one of your nice pieces of cutlery, then go to the dang Dollar Tree and get you a fork. We are going to place it on something to protect our stuff, and y'all get ready. It's going to be loud. Doesn't have to be completely flat, but you don't want it curved. That is absolutely flat enough. And here is the one that I have been using. This one I chose because it was a little bit longer. But yeah, here's our fancy new tool. You are going to need 2 rolls of 1 5/16 ribbon. This is the magenta satin. I am using green and black. So let's start out with the black. You're also going to need your stapler. Hold your fork, slide your ribbon in between the bottom 2 tines. Come up maybe 3 or 4 inches, and this is just going to start it for us. And then you just twist, and then twist one more time. Make sure your ribbon is lined up. Hold it right here and slide it out. Make sure that is completely flat right there and put a staple in it. And looky there. Now, I like to flip it over where you have the fold. This is the side we just had it on, and this is the side that has a fold. This is going to make it easy for us to make the folds exactly the same and have them line up right next to each other. Put it in the bottom again, turn it over, and you can slide this ribbon to get it tight. Make sure you're right up next to that fold. Slide it out and put a staple in it. And don't worry if you have to crease that right there, it's not going to hurt a thing. And we have made our first box pleat. Flip it back over to where the side is. Put it always in the bottom prong of the fork. And then slide it over until you're right next to this fold. Slide it out. Hold on to it. Make sure it's lined up right there and staple. And we're just going to keep going back and forth. Y'all, if you have to slow this down, feel free to slow it down. I think I'm going pretty slow. Go ahead and put a little crease in that. Line it up and staple. And my hair is everywhere. Flipping it back over in between the bottom two tines of the fork. And if you'll look, this slides really easily. That was the kicker for me. I can adjust it however I need to. And it doesn't matter which side you put your, you see how they're back and forth like that? This is the front of the staple, there's the back of the staple. Don't worry about that at all. You just want to make sure that these are lined up correctly. Make sure those are all even and throw a staple. And I'm just going back and forth with this, always in between the bottom two tines. And y'all, if you are sewing, some of those kits that you can get, I've tried to find everything I could to make this simpler, and they cost way too much. There's no reason to spend that money. And I need to tighten that up a little bit. There we go. Just pull right there. And this was kind of backwards for me trying to show y'all. But they come with all different sizes to make different sizes of box pleats. If you're not sewing, you don't need all that. You do not need it. Use a dang fork. See how that's way off? Just line it up. Make sure you're right next to that pleat. And staple. This takes no time at all to do. And this satin slides super simple on this fork. And that is all there is to making the box pleats with a fork. Okay, let's do this with the green. Make sure you're able to see this. Put the ribbon in between the bottom two tines of the fork. Roll it towards you. And then if it's not right up next to this fold right here, slide it and just pull your ribbon until it is right next to it. Slide it out and put a staple. Flip it back, same thing. In between the bottom two tines, roll it, hold it, make sure it's nice and lined up, and throw a staple in it. Let me go ahead and cut this off. And I'm going to trim this up as well. Now we're going to put these together. Try to line up your pleats as best you can. If they don't line up exactly, nobody's going to know. Take some hot glue and let's start at the top. And I'm going to just start with one of these pleats and just meet them in the middle, covering one line of staples up with the next. See how they're not all completely lined up, but once you get it on the mum, nobody's going to see it. You're going to put bling down beside it, or down the center of it. Let's go ahead and get this all glued down now. Okay, I'm going to attach some bling to the middle to cover up those staples. This is going to be my bottom because it's nice and clean. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down here to hold these bottom ones. And then I'm going to glue on probably about every other one. Place it down. And then I'm going to trim this top piece off, because when I use this, I'm going to attach a custom cutout to the top. So I'm going to give myself about that much. That's way more than I'm going to need. And I'm just going to attach this to the back. And I have what I need to attach. Put your staples under these flaps. And if you want a little bit of extra security, go ahead and just flip it over. After you make sure that it is even. So I'm going to pull that off. Thank goodness I cut more than what I needed. I am the queen of, let's just glue it first, of stapling and pulling because I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. Now I know it's right where it needs to be. And I will end up putting a bow right at the top part of this. I put the staples right in between there. And I have plenty of space to put custom cutouts here and a bow right there. Okay, y'all. Go raid your silverware drawer, get you a fork, and make some box pleat braids. Do not be intimidated by this braid. It is super simple and goes together really quick and adds so much to your mums. If you're not subscribed, please do so. I have lots more mum tutorials coming. Click the bell and click all so you'll be notified every time that I go live or I upload. And I'll try to put something somewhere on the screen that you might enjoy. Thank y'all so much for joining me, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.